Good morning, it's just Patrick here from Complete Health. I was just jamming out in the clinic with my headphones on, got ready for the day. And I love to just jump on with you guys first thing in the morning and just discuss topics that are so important to me and to my clients. And a lot of the conversations I have are things that I see cropping up in the clinic, like things that people could work on. Now, I wanted to really share 4 things that you could do or implement in your life that will instantaneously improve your health, your function, and probably your overall life and well-being. And these are 4 things that if I do not do on a regular basis, I seriously start to realize, and it has a massive impact on how I feel. So 4 things that you can instantaneously improve on that will actually help to improve your overall health and function. So number 1 is taking part in daily. It seems so trivial, but taking part in 30 minutes of exercise daily. Now, by the way, a lot of people, when they think of exercise, they think of going to the gym and having to do like really long runs. They've basically proven that if you can do vigorous walking to the point where you raise your heart rate, and you do that for 5 sessions a week at 30 minutes, 5 sessions a week at 30 minutes, so 150 minutes of exercise a week, you can reduce your risk by something like 80% of coronary heart disease, 30% of Alzheimer's, something like 50% on certain types of cancer. The statistics are huge, and you can get these statistics on the NHS website just by taking part in exercise. But I can tell you, my mood instantaneously changes as soon as I do exercise. And actually, one of the best times to do exercise is probably first thing in the morning before you get to work. It really gets you energized and driven up and ready for the day. And the thing is if you start a day with good energy and intention, you know you're going to go through the rest of the day feeling great. Now, one of the other things that I make sure I essentially do every single morning, and that I recommend to a lot of my clients, is doing some sort of mental well-being activity as such. Personally, I choose to call it meditation. Some people hate the idea of doing meditation, but even say, for example, playing something like your guitar or playing a musical instrument, reading a book, working on yourself and working on your mind. I personally like to meditate. I do about 15 to 20 minutes of meditation every single morning. And the reason I do that is I want to flood my brain with positive intentions first thing in the morning. What we know is our brain is very vulnerable to learning first thing in the morning and last thing at night. So whatever you do first thing in the morning or last thing at night is the stuff that you tend to stew on for the rest of the day. And the reason being is they've actually taken electrical waves of our brains, and they actually see that our electrical waves in our brain change when we're falling asleep and when we're waking up, and those waves seem to be more susceptible to influence. Something else that I massively make sure that I take care of is what I put in my body. Now, a little bit like a car, you put the wrong fuel into your body and all of a sudden your body is going to, or your car is not going to start. So if you put diesel in a petrol car, it will not drive. It's as simple as that. So when we're looking at the types of fuels that we should be putting in our body, you want to be making sure you're choosing whole foods and realistically as close to nature intended them as possible. If you're putting in stuff like fast foods, soda, sugar, refined foods, breads, these things really detriment our body, make us very inflammatory. And we don't really want inflammation in our body because, again, if you have stuff like injuries, inflammation in your body, all it does is actually drive up that injury process and actually makes it take longer to heal. Now, one of the things that I like to do is be proactive rather than waiting until a problem occurs in my body. I like to be proactive in taking care of my body. I'm one of these weird people. I probably spend several £100s on myself every single month. I've got a private coach, which I pay somewhere between £500 and £600 every month. I probably pay about £80 a month in massage care, and I probably pay another, fortunately for me, because I'm a chiropractor, I exchange services with other chiropractors, but if I was to exchange that, it'd be probably another £140. And by the way, I would be willing to pay for all of that. I'd be willing to pay for all of that. If I didn't have a chiropractor that was willing to exchange services, I would pay for all of that. And the reason being is that actually taking care of your body and having some sort of professional take care of you makes a massive difference. So it doesn't matter whether it's a personal trainer, a chiropractor, an osteopath, a physiotherapist, a massage therapist. Like, you just want to find someone that knows and understands your body and actually makes it function at a better level. But not only do they actually treat you, but they actually also teach you, because that's almost the most important thing. Now, this is something that my mum massively missed, and this is the reason why I'm so passionate about what I do, is that for you, those of you that don't already know, my mum developed bowel cancer when she was in her 40s. And unfortunately, she died when she was 48. Now, I had to learn that lesson. And actually, when I look back on her lifestyle, she wasn't taking part in exercise. She wasn't really eating a particularly good diet. She wasn't really looking after her mental well-being. And she didn't have a professional that was taking care of her. So all I have to do is observe the things or the areas that she was weak in and make sure that I don't make the same mistakes. Because at the end of the day, nobody should go through that level of suffering. So I've got a true passion as to why I want people to do well. And it's because I don't really ever want to see people suffer the same way that my mum did. So guys, try and improve on your health. The 4 things you can improve: diet, exercise, adequate levels of looking after your mental well-being. So whether that's meditation, whether that's reading a book or playing the guitar, something that's good for yourself. And having a professional that looks after you, whether that's a chiropractor, a physio, a massage therapist, whatever that is, just find the person that's best for you. If you can change those 4 things in your life, I can almost guarantee you that you're going to feel better. There's just no doubts about it. Like, if you're not taking all 4 of those things in and you implement any of those 4 things, you will instantaneously start to change the way that your body and your mind feels. Until tomorrow, take care.